Tomorrow, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you had a really good week. It was really wonderful to see again so many of you on morning meeting a couple days ago. But this is our Friday. We're doing Shakespeare during the month of August. We're particularly looking at one of Shakespeare's most popular plays, Romeo and Juliet. And like I said, what we're going to start doing with Romeo, with our Shakespeare days, is really start to look into characters, learn a little bit more about many of his plays and the different characters in his plays, and taking that and connecting that to the emotion of how the character's feeling. And today we're looking at the character of Juliet. But before we get started, let's do our warm-up, okay? Now, I'd like to start with the arm. We're just moving a little bit slower today. But it's really, and still, because Romeo and Juliet met at a party, at a grand party at the Capulet House. Imagine you're there, and it's a beautiful dance. Just move, that's right, you want to get that energy in your body. Maybe just moving your arms, reaching, stretching. Good. Maybe imagine who you might be dancing with. Good. Imagine, use your imagination. You're at that party at the Capulet House. However you move, let the music carry you away. Good. And then we'll just move a little bit more. A little bit slower movement today, but that's okay as long as we're moving. Sometimes when I pick a song, I don't know what it's going to be, so I improv to the movement too, because improv is again just responding in the moment. Good, all right. Very nice, guys. Let's take some deep breaths. Blow it out. Another deep breath. Blow it out. Another deep breath. And blow it out. And again, another deep breath. And blow it out. And let's do some tongue twisters. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Good. And try this. Round and round the rugged rock, the ragged rascal ran. Round and round the rugged rock, the ragged rascal ran. Round and round the rugged rock, the ragged rascal ran. Two toads who are terribly tired. Two toads who are terribly tired. Two toads who are terribly tired. Good. Shimmering seashores. Shimmering seashores. shimmering seashores. Shimmering seashores. And one more time, shimmering seashores. Okay, good guys, good. So guys, good. Okay, so today we're studying, this month we're studying Romeo and Juliet, which I believe was written around 1596. And again, it is probably one of Shakespeare's most well-known plays. It's been done. There's been many movies made of it. There's been movie production. It's always done probably every year somewhere at a theater company. Probably not this year, but it is one of his most popular plays. Romeo and Juliet. That's how I fell in love with Shakespeare. I first saw my first Shakespeare Romeo and Juliet when I was about 11, and I went with my family. We used to have the Shakespeare in the Park growing up, and so it was every summer where I grew up in Oak Park, Illinois. They would do Shakespeare in the Park, and so I used to go there every year as a kid. Every summer I would go see a Shakespeare play, but the first one I saw was Romeo and Juliet, and I just absolutely fell in love with the show. I fell in love with Shakespeare, and it still reminded me of why I wanted to be an actor, just to see theater live on stage, and it was so moving. And yeah, the reason I wear costumes a lot when I also do my classes is because that's what we do as actors. We put on a costume, we play a character, and we make that character our own. So I've been wearing this costume and other costumes for videos for the past few months, but I just wanted to explain why, because and something we do with that is we get to put on a costume and become another character and make that character our own. You know, we're studying Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet is one of Shakespeare's most well-known plays. It was written around 1596, and it is the tragic story of Romeo, who was a Montague, and Juliet, who was a Capulet. They were two people who fell in love, but they couldn't be together because their families were at war with each other, or feuding. There was a family feud. No one really knows why, but because of the feud, they could not be together. And then, of course, those of you who may have seen the movie know that at the end, each of them took their lives so they could be together. So it's really one of Shakespeare's tragedies. But what we're doing today is looking at the lines of Juliet. And back in Shakespeare's day, younger men played Juliet. So guys, don't worry if they're girl lines. We're not really looking at the line whether it's played by a male or female. We're really setting the line to focus on the emotional impact, to think about the moment before and how, and to live truthfully in that imaginary circumstance. So, what you're going to see, you'll see 5, the next few lines will be slides, and we'll go to the slides. We'll, and study them, talk about them, and really, again, you'll rehearse and practice based on the emotional impact of the line. What I want each time is for you to be really impacted. I will give you the moment before, and I really want you to be, think about how you would feel. Let these lines that we work on, that we show you, let them really impact you. Let them really affect you. Really live truthfully and imagine yourself in the imaginary circumstance. And I'll give you a setup for each of the lines of what is happening, which will help you become more emotionally connected to what's going on in the scene. So let's go to the first slide. Okay guys, in the moment before, Juliet has just met Romeo at the party but doesn't know who he is because he's wearing a mask. So she says to her nurse, "Go ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed." In other words, I love him so much already, but I don't know who he is. So again, go ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed. And action. Good. And again. Action. Good. And action. Good, good, good. Shake that up. Good, good. Really good connecting. All right, good for you. Okay, guys, let's go to the second slide, please. Okay, guys, now Juliet has just found out that Romeo is a Montague. That is still after the party, after she asks, who this is, she found out he's a Montague, and she's devastated, right? She's finding out that the man she loves, there's no way they can be together. He's a Montague. My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen unknown, and known too late, and action. I feel that disappointment, feel that, imagine, she can't talk to her father. There's no way that she's gonna be able to marry this man she loves. And action. My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen unknown and known too late. And action. Good, one more time. And action. Very good, guys, and shake that off. Shake that off, right? Shake that off. We're gonna go to the next one. Continue to really live truthfully. Imagine yourself in the imaginary circumstance. Imagine, whoever your Romeo is, whoever your nurse is. Imagine what is. Continue to think about what's happened to you when I tell you what happened in the moment before. Continue to let that impact you and how you respond. And good, let's go to the next slide. Okay guys, in the moment before, Romeo is now on Juliet's property. He is snuck over to her house and called up to the balcony. The balcony scene is one of the most famous scenes in this play. And again, if somebody's not supposed to be there, what would happen? Imagine you're Juliet. What would happen if Romeo is caught, right? What is that fear? If they see thee, they will murder thee. And also think about your environment being quiet, right? All those things, that impacts you. If they see thee, they will murder thee. And action. Think about the environment, thinking about not wanting any noise, trying to be quiet, trying to whisper, trying to warn him, yet you're happy to see him. Ready? And action. If they see thee, they will murder thee. And action. Good. And again. Really feel that fear. You're fear for Romeo now. You're fear for this person that you love. And again, don't worry about the guy or the girl. Just really live truthfully in this imaginary circumstance. Because like I said, during Shakespeare times, men played all the parts. so you would still be connected emotionally. Ready? And action. If they see thee, they will murder thee. And one more time. Good, guys, good. Great work. Oh my gosh, good work, guys. Keep on going. Keep on really letting these impact you. Really imagine what you're hearing and really imagine and live peacefully in that imaginary circumstance. Let's go to the next one, please. Okay, guys, good. So, Juliet now, they're in love. Juliet and Romeo want to get married. She sends her nurse to go up to the priest, Friar Lawrence, to learn more about these characters next week to see if he will marry them. But she's waiting for the nurse to come back, and the nurse is late. So again, what is the anxiety? What is the stress that Juliet, you right now might be feeling? Look, at 9 and I did see the nurse. And a half hour she promised to return. Okay, again. Right? What is that nervous? They clapped at 9 and I did send the nurse. And a half hour she promised to return. She said, what is the worry? What are the fears? Right? Where is the nurse? Ready? In action. The clapped at 9 and I did send the nurse. And a half hour she promised to return. And action. What's happening to your body? Are you pacing? Are you getting frustrated? You want answers. You're about to get married, but you need to know, right? Again. They clapped at 9 and I did send the nurse. And a half hour she promised to return. And action. Good, and one more time. Really let this moment before, this moment of waiting, this moment of feeling anxiety, let it impact you. And the clock was 9 and I did send the nurse. And a half hour she promised to return. And action. Good job, guys. Good job. Great job, guys. Good job. And one more. Okay, guys. So we're going to continue to learn about the plot of the show and everything that's going on in the next couple weeks. But for now, I just want to focus on the moment before Juliet has found out her father wants her to marry somebody else. So you as Juliet, I found out your father wants you to marry someone else. You don't want to because A, you're already married to Romeo, you snuck off, and you don't love this other guy. His name is Paris. Like I said, we'll learn more about him. But for now, I want you to be in the moment before of hearing your father want you to marry somebody else and you standing up. So find that now by St. Peter to Peter 2, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. Okay, again, standing up to that defiance, and don't worry about this being a male part or a female part. Just standing up for yourself. Find that defiance. Now by St. Peter's Church and Peter 2, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. And action. Good, and again, really connect to see your father, see yourself standing up for yourself. You're not gonna marry this guy, ready? So that defiance, that anger. Now by St. Peter's Church and Peter 2, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. And action. Good. And one more time. And I guys really feel it. Really feel that this is not happening. No way. Right? That defiance. Ready? Now praising Peter, church and Peter too. He shall not let me there with joyful pride. And action. Good, guys. Good job. Good. Guys, okay, good. And again, let's shake that off. Shake that off. Shake that off. Really good work today, guys. Really good work. And next week we're gonna continue with Romeo and Juliet, looking at some of the other characters in the play as well. So I really hope you enjoyed our little tour of Juliet and talking to Juliet today and being Juliet. And guys, we're gonna end the way we start now with a little bit of dance. Guys, today, great job today, guys. I really hope you're enjoying this Shakespeare and learning more and more about Romeo and Juliet. Next week we're gonna learn more about some other characters in Romeo and Juliet, talk about the plot a little bit more. And until then, guys, have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday at 11 on Zoom. Take care.